All right, what's everybody doing? How's everybody going? Welcome to the first show of Raider Nation Talk. My name is Devontae G. I am your host, and this is about Raider Nation. So before we dive in and get started and talk about what I want to talk about, I want to go over some quick disclaimers. I do want this to be a show about Raider Nation, but also the AFC West and football fans, NFL fans, college fans in general. So when you guys are leaving your comments down below, I want fathers and sons and grandfathers and mothers and daughters and grandmothers and all football fans, all teams, all ages to come on here and be able to leave their comments down below without feeling like they're going to be attacked, insulted, cussed at, or anything like that. I want this to be a family friendly episode to where parents don't have to worry about what their kids are watching and what they're reading and picking up. And also, one of the things I want to do is just kind of engage you fans as well. I actually do have a Zoom account set up. So once you guys leave your comments below, whoever has the best comments, especially if you're an AFC West fan, Raider fans, Chiefs fans, Bronco fans, Charger fans, definitely leave your comments down below. Leave some awesome content for me so that way I can reach out to you guys because I will be reading them. And whoever has the best content for me, I'm going to be sending you some messages for my Zoom link so that we can actually have a virtual show on here. That's the whole purpose of my show doing Raider Nation Talks is to actually have US fans, Raider Nation, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Panthers, whoever's going to be on the schedule for the Raiders this year. I definitely want to have that content with you guys, and I definitely want you guys to let me know. Say, hey, I want to get on your Zoom with you and get on your channel and let's talk some football. So I know we got a lot of so-called experts out there who talk about football, but the only thing they're doing is giving their opinions and they're making money for it. So I figured why not we give our opinions and talk about things as fans and let's have some fun. Let's show some love and just talk about stuff because I think there's a lot more fans out there who know more about what they're talking about than the so-called experts. So that's what I want to do. So please keep it clean, keep it friendly, and show love. Leave your comments down. We're all fans. We just want to voice our opinions. That's what I'm doing, voicing my opinion. And that's another reason why I want different fans on here because there's a lot of things I don't know about some of you guys' teams that you may have perspective on that I don't know about. And that's why I want to collaborate. So leave your comments down below. Give me a chance to read them and reach out to you guys. I'm gonna keep this post up for a few because again, this is my first show. So I'm only gonna have but a few people on here to begin with, and I want to give some people some time to come in and kind of leave their comments as well. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do is go over the Raiders schedule, talk about the AFC West and the Raiders schedule, who I think the Raiders will win, what I think the Raiders will do, and then get you guys feedback at the end of it, and you guys let me know what you think. And talk about the team as well as I go through each team and why I think the Raiders will win. So let's dive right into it. All right, week one, we open up against the Panthers in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where I reside. I was hoping to be able to go to this game this year because it's not a lot of times that I get to see the Raiders. And it's definitely not a lot that they are here in Charlotte. So I was definitely hoping to get some tickets to go to this game. Darn this pandemic. Arrgh. All right. So, Carolina Panthers, week one. I have the Raiders winning this game, and I'm going to tell you why. The Panthers are going to be a very, very dangerous team this year. I think the Panthers is going to have a chance to be in playoff contention this year. The Raiders get them week one. They're a new team with a new coach with a lot of uncertainties. The one thing on the Carolina Panthers that is certain is Christian McCaffrey, and that man is a beast. The Raiders have upgraded their defensive line. The Raiders have upgraded their linebackers. The Raiders have upgraded their safeties. The Raiders have upgraded their corners. The Raiders are going to be they're going to have more cohesiveness and more togetherness, because I want to say familiarity. I can never say that word. I apologize, but they're going to be more familiar with themselves than what the Panthers are going to be early on. And to have them the first game of the year in Carolina, um, I think the Raiders take that advantage, and that's why I think the Raiders do get this one, just because of how much more the Raiders are going to be prepared with each other than I think what the Panthers are. And being a Raiders fan, I follow more Raider content than I do Panther content, even though I am in Charlotte. But hopefully, I can get a lot of Panthers fans to watch this, and they can talk to me about what the Panthers are doing. But I do think once the Panthers get going, I think once they get their camaraderie down, and if they can stay healthy, I think the Panthers are going to be very dangerous. Teddy Bridgewater showed what he can do while he was in St. Louis with the weapons they had out there, and I think that was a huge part of it. I do believe Carolina has added some wide receivers. It's definitely for DJ Moore, and then adding Anderson from the Jets that they have, and they had a couple other wide receivers as well. So I do believe versus last year, the non-con Cam Newton season, having Bridgewater there is an upgrade from what they had when they didn't have Cam Newton. I don't think they should have let go of Cam Newton, but I understand it's a new year, just new owners, new GMs, new head coach, just new everything. And I think that's what the Raiders take advantage of there, is that that's just all new. So we get them week one. So that's why I have the Raiders winning that. But I do think Carolina is going to be a dangerous team down the road. So fear not, Panthers fan. I do believe you guys will make the playoffs this year as long as you stay healthy. Week 2, New Orleans. This one right here, for me, particularly my opinion, and I know a lot of people have the Raiders losing this game. I have the Raiders winning this one. And the reason why I have the Raiders winning this one is because, number one, I think offensively we match up and defensively we match up. So I do believe this is going to be a shootout. But if you guys remember, last year the Raiders lost their final game in Oakland ever. I think that one is going to be kind of that left a bad taste in the mouth. So coming into Las Vegas, playing their first ever game in Las Vegas at home in that new stadium, I just don't see them losing that because of that. They have the team. It's going to be week 2. It's going to be the first game. It's Monday night. They're going to be fired up and ready to go. Excuse me. Raiders win it. It's going to be a close one. I think the Raiders can pull this one out by maybe 3 or 4, 34-31, 35-31, somewhere in between there. That's going to be a fun game. That's going to be one of those games that's going to hurt your heart, but I think the Raiders are going to get this one done. So I have the Raiders going 2-1 there. Week 3 is against New England. John Gruden has this game circled on his calendar, his personal calendar, his phone, his March, in any and every calendar Gruden can get his hands on. He has this game highlighted, circled, marked, sharpied. He's got Hello Kitty stickers on it, whatever you want. Like, he's this one and he's ready for it. You guys got to remember 2001, tough rule. That is also the last time Gruden was with the Raiders. Al Davis traded him. This game in New England against this team, even though it's not the same team, it's still New England in New England. And Gruden is hungry for this one. He's going to have the guys ready to go. On the flip side of that, New England has the most teams as far as starters who has opted out this year with 8, maybe 9. That's a lot of offensive starters to lose. There's uncertainty at quarterback because Cam Newton's there. This is his first year. They're not sure how he's going to mesh with Bill Belichick and Josh. What's his name out there? Josh McDaniel. Yeah, that dude. Don't know how that's going to go well, even though I've read reports that Cam Newton is actually saying it's going pretty well, and he's excited. Statham, the rookie they drafted last year. Not too sure who's going to win this quarterback starting job there, it should be Cam Newton because he's got the most experience. But Stidham has the most experience in that system. So Cam's football IQ is going to really be put to the test here. See how quickly he can grasp the terminology in that offense there. And then, of course, Hoyer, he's been there for a while, so he's got some familiarity with the system as well. So week 3, with all the starters New England has out right now as far as the COVID-19, this is Saturday, August 8th. So, yeah, there's just too many holes for New England right now and too many unknowns. So I do have the Raiders winning that one. So I do have the Raiders going 3-0 at this point. Again, my opinion. Week 4, this is against the Buffalo Bills. This game right here can be a trap game. If the Raiders come in and they're still high off of that win against New England and they take Buffalo for granted, Buffalo is going to roll them over. Remember, Buffalo is a playoff team. This is a team that did go 10-6 last year. They added Stephon Diggs on the wide receivers core, so they're definitely going to be explosive on offense. Defense, I don't know who they have on the defensive side as far as the cornerbacks go and how they're going to handle with the Raiders wide receivers. So this game for me, I do have the Raiders winning and having them at 4-0 to start the season. But this can definitely be a trap game, and the Raiders can lose this game. And this is something they definitely want to be careful of because they don't want to set themselves up too early to go into that spiral. I have the Raiders winning this game and being 4-0. If they're not careful, they can lose this game and end up being 3-1. So they definitely got to be careful. Even 2-2, if they don't win against the Saints or Buffalo Bills. At very worst, the Raiders can be 1-3 here, beating Carolina, losing to the Saints, losing to New England, losing to Buffalo. It would be a horrible, 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 horrible way to start the season this year off. If they do not come in ready to go, ready to ball, ready to be, ready to take this thing serious, it could snowball on them. One of the key factors is Hart with Derek Carr saying he's tired of being disrespected. He just put the league on notice. Everybody that's got to go against them better be prepared to bring their A++ game because he just doesn't seem like he's playing around this year. I think he's at a certain level of pissed offness. So I do have the Raiders going 4-0 against Kansas City, Week 5 in Kansas City. This is an interesting game here because this is the first time we get to play Kansas City early in the season when it's warm and not late in the year when it's cold. I do, however, have the Raiders losing this game in Kansas City, taking our first loss at 4-1. Kansas City is still the team to beat. They're the Super Bowl champions. They're the cream of the crop. They're top of the AFC West, and until they can be knocked off, you got to give them respect. And it is what it is. So I do have Kansas City winning this game. However, the Raiders have definitely improved offensively and defensively. So unlike years past where it's been an insanely unnecessary blowout, I do have the Raiders competing in this game. I do have Kansas City winning this game 24-21. Keep that score in mind. So Raiders take the first loss at 4-1 there. Week 6 is our bye week. Week 7, Tampa Bay comes into town to stroll in into Las Vegas. We got Tampa Bay. We got Tom Brady. We got Gronk. This is going to be a very, very, very interesting matchup. Sunday Night Football. Raiders are going to be gearing to go. Second game in Vegas against another phenomenal quarterback. Everybody calls the GOAT. I don't call Tom Brady the GOAT. For the simple fact that he was in the Belichick system, and I watch a lot of quarterbacks just go through that system and really, really, really blow up. I mean, look at Matt Castle. He went like 11-5 when Brady got hurt after like 2 games. What was that, like back in 2011 or something like that, or 2009 or something? I don't know. But Matt Castle played well, and he left and couldn't do anything after that. The only quarterback who's left that system, well, two, because Tony Brisket has been able to do a little bit of something with Indianapolis before he got hurt last year. He played well. And then Garofalo in San Francisco. I mean, he's just been playing lights out. So that just shows his quarterback acumen there. But if Tom Brady can do anything with Tampa Bay, and he can not only take them to the playoffs, but if he can win the Super Bowl, especially at 42, then maybe I can overlook all of those infractions against them and maybe say, okay, he might be the greatest, but right now I think he's a phenomenal quarterback, but until you prove it outside of that system, I just can't call him the greatest. And I should be able to call Bill Belichick the greatest head coach of all times in any sport, but again, because of those infractions that he's got, and when you're that smart and you're that good of a head coach, I don't think you need to cheat ever, and that's what holds me back against calling him the greatest. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to Las Vegas. This one's a close game. Very, very, very tight game. I do, however, have Tampa Bay winning this game. This one is a mid-low scoring game. I have Tampa Bay winning this one 20-17. By what should take us into overtime, but we end up missing the field goal, not going in overtime, but we should go. I want you guys to circle this game, though, because this is going to be one of those games that Gruden's going to have circled on the calendar, too. If the Raiders win this game, they have a very, very, very high chance of going 11-5, 12-4. So definitely mark this game on your calendar, because this is going to be a huge, huge game for the remainder of our season. Trust me on this one. If we can pull off the win on this one and we can go 5-1 here, and let's say we do. So I'm gonna give the Raiders the win. So let's say we're 5-1 right now. We take this win. Then we go against the Browns in Week 8. I think the Raiders lose this game. I had a very, very close, ridiculous corners game of 23-22. This is what I have this game going to, and the Raiders losing by 1 point, which is insane. This is going to be a dogfight. I think Cleveland is going to be one of those teams that's just going to be around. Baker Mayfield is another quarterback that's going to be pissed off, and I do believe Cleveland on the offensive side definitely has the firepowers. I don't know who the corners are out there. I do know they got Carl Joseph as a safety. They have a crazy defensive line, and they have some pretty good above-average linebackers. So outside of not knowing who their cornerbacks are, but I do think Cleveland is going to give us a little run for our money, especially with Chubbs and Kareem Hunt in the running back position. This is one of those make-or-break games. I do have the Raiders losing this one, but we also have a chance of winning this one. If we do win this one after beating Tampa Bay, man, the Raiders are going to be able to make some noise here. I do have the Raiders losing this one in a very, very tough game. But the Raiders can definitely, if they're healthy, if Jacobs is taking it up to the next level, if Jacobs takes it up to the next level, Bowden runs like Jacob did last year, and then we have the receivers that we have in our defense. If Max Crosby continues to play like he did last year, if Cleveland Farrell takes that 13 pounds of added muscles, he plays. If Mo Hurst steps it up and he plays. If Mo Collins continues to play, that's just a defensive front that I'm talking about. If they can create pressure on their own, that front four, to where the linebackers, Corey Littleton, Nick Kwiatkowski, and whoever else they have out there, because I just don't know who they're going to put out there because they released Markel Lee. I don't know. But when you're looking at our corners, Trayvon Mullins, who, when you can shut down Tyrell Hill to 2 catches for 16 yards as a rookie, and you have that knowledge of what the NFL game and the speed is like, and you add a Prince Amukamara on the other end, and you can help guys like Damon Arnett come along, Amik Robinson come along, and you still have Joyner in the slot, who should be upset and mad at the type of year that he had last year. Jonathan Abrams going to be back, and I know he's going to be pissed because he was only able to play one game. Then you add Randall to that secondary as well. And if you look at the Raiders from top to back, and I know everybody wants to compare the Raiders to the 2016 team. No, that's not the comparison. You got to compare this Raider team to that 2001 team. That's what you're going to compare this to. Quarterbacks, defense, everything. Because that 2016 season, defensively, we were ranked like 25th, 26th. We only had Khalil Mack on the defense that did anything. I mean, yeah, Bruce Irvin showed up every now and then, but he wasn't a consistent force. He wasn't a consistent game breaker like Khalil Mack was. Now you had a guy like Crosby. You got a guy like Farrell, who I think is going to be mad because he's getting a lot of disrespect. Carr's already said he's tired of being disrespected. These guys are fighting, and they're this isn't the Raiders of the old where they're like, yeah, we're just gonna let you bully us. Don't believe that. But they are going to lose to the Browns by 1 point. San Diego at LA. Sorry, I said San Diego. Chargers at LA. The Raiders win this one. The Chargers was one of those teams that are just going to be sneaky good. For our division, I got the Raiders. Me personally, I got the Raiders going 11-5. I have the Chiefs going 11-5. They can be 12-4. I have not looked at their schedule, so I don't know. I have Denver going 10-6, who could also be 11-5, and they have the Chargers finishing 9-7. The Chargers is one of those teams where the unknowns is the quarterback position. I know Tyrod Taylor is a game manager, and he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. With that being said, is that he's a game manager, which means he doesn't take those necessary risks, which means he's not really big at throwing the ball down the field. He would rather scramble than throw. So he is going to make some plays. Their defense is solid. The Chargers have everything they need. I just question the quarterback position, and that's why I got them going 9-7. The Chargers is one of those teams that can just sneak up on you, surprise you, and they can end up being 12-4. So you got to watch out for the Chargers. Do not take them lightly. Any team that takes the Chargers lightly or overlooks them, making a mistake, because Tyrod Taylor would I would say an average Buffalo team managed to take them to the playoffs, and Chargers ends on a slightly average team. They stay healthy, and they don't have that injury bug like they have been getting, for the last couple of years, 3-4 years. They're going to make some moves, and they're going to be a very dangerous team. However, with that being said, I do have the Raiders winning this game. Now, this game is going to be close. I have the Raiders winning this 21-17, but the Raiders are going to win this game, and it is going to be a fight. But I do have the Raiders winning, and with that puts the Raiders at 6-2. Then we go to Denver. So this is at home. We played Denver. This is the first game. And this is, I got the Raiders winning this one here. 7-2. Have a chance to take a huge lead in the division, depending on where the rest of the teams are. Then another home game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I have the Raiders actually winning this game as well. So that puts us at 8-2. We finally get that win against the Chiefs that we've been needing, splitting with them. Then we go to Atlanta. I have the Raiders losing to the Falcons, 8-3. I think the Raiders, this is one of those tricky games here. The Raiders win this game, they're definitely going to be fighting for first place, either with Kansas City and or Denver, and maybe even San Diego. I know, like I said, the Chiefs are going to definitely be the team to beat, and I'm not taking anything away from the Chiefs. They're definitely going to have a winning record. The AFC West as a whole, I think, to me, is just the toughest division. So, like I said, the question mark for Denver is what quarterback will lock, what type of quarterback he's going to be. If he takes the next step, offensively, they're going to be in a lot of games. Defensively, I don't know who they have at the cornerback position. And to me right now, that's where I have my question marks as far as what they're going to do because I don't know their cornerbacks. They do have above average linebackers, and of course, their front four, when you got Miller on one side and Chubbs on the other, you got some solid pass rushing. Now, our offensive line has definitely been able to handle them throughout the year. As long as Trent Brown and Cole Miller stay healthy, our offensive line has been able to contain them and hold them. So that's why I have the Raiders winning this game here. So yeah, and then losing against the Falcons. But so Raiders 8-3 after losing to the Falcons. Here, I did have this game against the Jets circled because this for me when the schedule first came out was a trap game. But now with after the COVID-19 stuff and the trades and everything that's happened, I just don't know who the Jets have. Wide receivers, offensively, defensively. After Sam Darnold and Le'Veon Bell, I'm like, whew, I don't know. No disrespect to Jet fans out there. I'm not knocking you guys at all. I don't know. So as of right now, I have this is the one game where I just have, this is like a revenge game where the Raiders just kind of dismantle the Jets. And this is one of those lopsided victories. I have the Raiders winning this one 49-10. Which is crazy to me, but yes. Raiders 9-3 at this point, in their revenge game against the Jets. Indianapolis, Week 14, again in Vegas. I actually have the Colts winning this game here. Raiders are going 9-4 at this point. I do have the Colts winning this one, 23-20, off of a last-minute field goal that the kicker manages to get at 61 yards. So this one is going to be a crazy fight. Again, this is one of those games the Raiders do have a chance of beating, but I think the Colts are one of those underrated teams because they definitely have the offense and defense to keep up. So that's why I have the scores where I have it in that mid-range. The Raiders can also have a chance to win this game, but I do have the Colts winning this game because, number one, I just don't want to seem biased. And there are a lot of dangerous teams out there. So, yeah, I have the Colts winning this one, and the Raiders are 9-4. Against the Chargers again, I do have the Raiders winning this one as well because, again, I don't know what we're getting at the quarterback position. Now, circle this game as well, Week 15, because by this time we're going to know if Tyrod Taylor is playing the whole season. We're going to know what type of quarterback he's been, and we're going to know if Justin Gilbert or Hubert, I think, I don't know, the rookie quarterback, we'll know if he's in and what he's doing by this time as well. Week 15, at this point, you're either going to finish with Tyrod or you've already got the rookie in and you're working him out to see what you can do with him. So depending on where they're at this point will depend on if the Raiders win this game or not. If Tyrod Taylor is in, that means they're cooking and they're rolling and they kind of unleash Tyrod Taylor. This game could be very dangerous. I do have the Raiders sweeping the Chargers. Do not underestimate the Chargers. They can win this game if they are rolling because they do have the defense and they do have the offense to keep up. So don't underestimate the Chargers there. I do have us winning this game, however, and yeah. So that puts us where we at. That puts us at 10-4. So we have that one. I have us beating Miami, going 11-4, and then I have us losing to Denver to finish out the season at 11-5. Because I think at this point Denver is going to be fighting for that 7th playoff spot. I think the Raiders is going to have a playoff spot already locked up and not have to worry about that last spot. I think that 11-5 will put us in a great position to have a wild card, even if there was a 6-team or maybe even the AFC West, depending on what Kansas City does, and if we have a tiebreaker. And like I said, I do believe the Raiders are going to finish 11-5. The Kansas City Chiefs, depending on their record, can be 12-4, and they also maybe 11-5, and we get that tiebreaker. Denver, I think, is going to be 10-6. I think they sneak in with that 7th wild card spot, and the Chargers being 9-7.